it's Crystal here. It is Tuesday. We have already been together for 3 days now, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for being a part of this, for checking us out. I know that everybody leads busy lives and there's all kinds of craziness going on all the time. So the fact that you have taken time out of your day to come and see what this is all about is really awesome. And so I just wanted to stop and just thank you for a minute and just let you know that we appreciate you and your interest in everything that you're doing. I know that there's a lot of times, and I felt the same way before I started, that there's a lot of preconceived notions that go along with this. And so just for lowering those walls and actually learning for yourself instead of just prejudging something and assuming things, I think is an incredible thing to do, but not a lot of people do it, right? So I just wanted to say thank you. Thanks for looking into this. I think that our team is really, really something special. We have hit so many accolades, and yet at the same time, we really have the feeling of like we're not a ginormous team. We have many people, more than a handful, 2 handfuls of people that are in the top 1% of the company. So it's clear that there is something good going on here, because it's not just one person having success, it's multiple people having really huge success, and then other people coming in and starting to duplicate that process as well. But it's also really cool because it feels like a family. That's one of the things that I never... I wasn't looking for, that's for sure. But I never even realized that would be one of the greatest gifts that this would bring, is to have the people that I now get to surround myself with that help me to rise up, that help me to become the best version of myself, that truly are like family. I mean, I just had a conversation. There's this cool little video app that we just started using that you can just share videos back and forth through. And I was just chatting with one of my coaches in Georgia. I live in Southern California, if you don't know. And she was just letting me know what's going on in her life and everything that's happening and what, how she's handling it and all this stuff. And it was so cool because, guys, I would have never known her otherwise. I would have never known her. And now she's one of my greatest girlfriends. I love spending time with her. And we can be there for that support outside of coaching. She is my real life friend now. So it's just an amazing community that this has brought on. So once you are getting on, go ahead and say hello. Let me know that you are here. I think that I have answered a lot of questions yesterday. And if you watched that video from day 2, you would hear some of like the concerns that I addressed or the fears that you may have had. But this is also to kind of answer any of those lingering questions that you have left. So I'm asking you to literally lay it out all on the table. Let me know what you're thinking. Don't be shy. Don't hold back. There's no silly question or no stupid question or anything like that. So I wanted to know, what I can still, or what I still need to address to give you the info so that we can figure out if this is going to be a good fit for your lifestyle and what's going on with that. As I'm starting to let people get on and wait for questions and whatnot, I just wanted to start to tell you about some of our training systems, because a lot of times people come in and they're like, well, I don't know anything about social media. Well, how do I grow a network? How do I reach people that need help? How do I connect with people who are like me, who are like-minded, or who have the same story as me? How do I find my niche market? How do I post on social media? What do I even share? Like all of that kind of stuff. How do I know what to recommend to people? All of those things come up. And I wanted to start by telling you, one, that corporate has lots of amazing trainings. They are awesome in what they provide for us. But I also wanted to let you know that, I think I said this before, but like for the most part, I mean, there are people who don't have kids yet. There are some men on our team. But for the most part, our team is made up of busy moms, right? Busy moms. And so that has been something that we have needed to really hone in and simplify our training system, our mentorship, all of that kind of stuff. And so we've really done that, I think, tremendously well over the last 5 years, you guys. I have worked together with the leaders of this team, and we have come together and said, okay, what really helped us to grow the way that we did? And what are the things that are kind of like just dead weight? And we've come together and created these training systems to keep things simple, streamlined, and very efficient. They get to the point of it. They give you the information that you need, and you take action and you move on, and it's that continued process. So just to kind of give you an idea, when you first start, you would receive a new coach welcome. It's a checklist. It's in a checklist format, because who doesn't love a checklist, right? Don't you love? Sometimes I'll even make a checklist just so I can, after I've done things, just so I can check them off, right? So it's in a checklist format. It literally brings you through, this is how you start, this is how you go into your office, this is how you do this is more information about that, so you feel empowered and ready to go, blah, 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 blah. Gives you some basic details of how to get started, and you're checking that off. Then you start. We have team-wide in our team page, which is a private page that we host on Facebook. It's called a Getting Started Right call, and we do that twice a month, and that is kicking off our mentorship on the 28th. And it basically takes you through, it's an hour-long call, and it's recorded, and it takes you through like, okay, action item number 1. We know how you're feeling. This is what it's like. We've all been there, done that. This is what you're going to start doing. Here are the steps that you can take action on immediately, right now. This is how you're going to start moving forward. And then, according to how fast or how slow you want to go, this is the process that we will go through. And we literally spell it out for you. So there's no guesswork. There's no like, okay, what do I do now? Okay, what do I do now? Okay, where do I go now? There's none of that. We have training for you all along the way, at every step of the way. And the cool thing is that you're not doing it alone. You are going to be mentored by the coach that invited you here, or myself if I'm the one who invited you here, and the whole entire team as a whole, because you will be a part of our team page, and we do a lot of things together. We do a lot of trainings together. We host these things together because together is better. My coaches might hear me say something 5-6 times, like talk about the same things, but they might not get it until they hear Tracy say something, or they hear Molly say something, or they hear Jack or whoever else, right? They might not get it until they are seeing what Alyssa had to post, or how she shared her story instead, and all of a sudden they might have that light bulb moment. And so that's why we believe here that together is better. We're on this journey together, and we're not going to do everything exactly the same. We will have our own spin. We will have our own flair. That's what makes us great. But we were all doing the same things essentially. And so by having that support along the way, it empowers you to really, truly dive in, fail forward, but learn by doing and really take action. And that's one of the biggest things about having success is that it's your first few posts. If you're just starting out and you're not really big on social media, they're probably going to stink. They're probably going to not be that great. But you're going to learn, you're growing, you're going to get better as you go along. Like I've said before, and I don't even know what video it was, but I know I said the first time I did a live video, like when I was talking to people like this, I was just like monotone and scared out of my mind, and I probably stuttered a million times and whatever. It was terrible, but I did it, and I failed forward, and I learned, and I grew from it, and I got better. And that's what this is all about, is we have the support of the team who's going to bring you along and say, hey, here's the next step, and this is how you do it, and this is what it looks like. And these are some things that you can reference so you can get a better idea of how to do that and what it looks like, right? And so it's really, really kind of a no-brainer. Here's the thing I'm going to tell you. The thing that held most people back is, what's the analysis paralysis? I was trying to think of that saying. Analysis paralysis, right? Like they want to analyze everything. They want to know everything. They want to go through it all and learn everything about everything before they start anything. And I will tell you this. That is one of the quickest ways to dive down a deep, dark hole and really struggle to get out of it. It's the people who start by doing and are okay with failing forward and learning and growing as they go along and being teachable. Those are the people that are going to have the most success. It's the people that hold themselves back and don't just start, and they don't start taking action, and then they get into like the, well, what about this? What about that? What about that? No, you just have to do. And that's a huge part of entrepreneurship too, is just to show up daily and do consistently, and just do. Hey, Patricia. So that is about our training systems and what's going on with that. Again, there's absolutely no glass ceiling with this. So we kind of have trainings that go along all of that. There are things about the income. If you guys have watched the income, we try and break it down in the best of ways so that it's simple and you understand it. But once you are here and you're in it, there are so many different ways to earn an income with this business. But it really is, it's based on the amount of work that you put into it, the amount of effort that you put into it, right? And so because I have consistently showed up, time after time after time, and I've consistently helped 3 to 5 people every single month, I have then created a 6-figure income it took me a little over a couple of years to do that. You could see the progressions, some of the progressions that we showed today. It depends on, the amount of people that you're helping, and also as you're building your team and you have people who you see potential in to be helping you to pay it forward and to share this journey with others and who want to start coaching as well. And then they start helping people, and it also goes on that. It's like that compound effect. There's a book by Darren Hardy called The Compound Effect, and it's fantastic. It talks about, would you want to earn, I think it's $1 million. Would you take just $1 million right off the bat? Or would you take 1 penny, and every day for a month, it's doubled. The amount is doubled every single day. And everyone, of course, says the larger amount, right? That's normal. Like, that's what's typical. But the compound effect is greater than anything else. The compound effect, you're going to make way more money. And I forget what the exact number is. I should have looked it up before I got on here, but I didn't plan that. But it's greater than anything else there is, because that's that small daily habits of consistency that will pay out over time. And that's what this business is all about. There's no glass ceiling, you guys. There's no, that was one of the things that I personally realized in the coaching industry, in the training industry when I was a personal trainer, is that I had a glass ceiling. And people say, no, well, you could charge whatever you want, and you could have as many people training in your boot camps as whatever you want. Yes, but I was running myself into the ground. I had groups coming in, and keeping people and whatever else, and I was charging people, $100 a session. I was capping out and making good money, but at the same time, there's only so many hours that I could work. How could I then expand my income without having to beat myself into the ground? How could I still have a life? That was where I came from. So with this, there is no glass ceiling, right? You're in charge of your income. You're not tied to a billable hour. You're not going to only, you're not held down to a 1 or 2% raise every year. Like if you are in a corporate position, maybe you get that 1% raise each year. Maybe you get that 2% or whatever. But, I know that my income, and as you can see in the different income progressions, has grown by a quarter, a third, a half. Every single year it's moved forward, and it's continued based off of, the lives that I am touching, the lives that I am creating. It didn't happen overnight. Again, it happened by showing up consistently over time. And this is not a business. It's not a get-rich-quick business. It's something that's going to, again, you are truly, genuinely trying to meet people where they're at and help people and pay it forward. You are trying to truly change people's lives and really meet them where they're at. And by helping other people lead healthy and fulfilling lives, that compound effect is going to kick in, and you're going to have that fulfilling income where it's not just based off of money, but you're going to have both the income side of things and the freedoms of the time freedom and whatever else that you choose to pursue. So it's just a really incredible opportunity. So those are the training systems. If you have any questions, make sure you're posting it in here, or if there's any questions that you've heard or anything that you'd like to know more about. Other than that, I know some people have been asking about how can we join? How can we do this? Let's start moving forward. Let's take action. And those are the people that I love the most, because that's exactly what I just talked about. This is an action-based business. You need to just start taking action. Not necessarily, I do believe that you should do your research. Like, I was the person who I wanted to know, and I had to know everything that was going into this. So I wanted to know everything about Shakeology, and I started Googling a few of the ingredients, and I was like, okay, I'm sold. This is amazing. So if you have those questions, I would encourage you to reach out and to do those things. Do the research that you need to do. But I know that there are some of you that are like, okay, I'm in. Let's do this. This is amazing. And so if you've talked with your coach and you have both decided that it's a good fit, because, we are also, it's not just taking anybody and everybody. There's a reason why you're here. There's a reason why you were invited here. It's because, we saw potential in you, and if you have been in our groups already and you've been encouraging other people, or if there's a solution as to how you could help more people or something like that. So there's a reason why you're here, but to make sure that it's a good fit on both ends. And then I posted below in the picture that I posted about the new coach mentorship. I'm just going to look at it so I can reference it really quick. A couple of different options as far as, we have a bajillion different options, you guys. But as far as getting started, right? So we have this thing called Beachbody On Demand, and it's basically like the Netflix of fitness, right? It is a year of access to all of the programs that we have to offer, all of the workout programs. It includes all of them. It includes all of the coordinated nutrition plans that go with the programs, right? It has a cooking show called Fixate, and it's usually about a 5-minute clip of how to make this healthy recipe, right? So lots and lots and lots of incredible resources, a bajillion recipes. So you could literally look up chicken recipes and it would have a slew of chicken recipes, or you can look up vegan recipes or whatever. There's a ton of incredible resources, but that is that first graphic that shows you there's the mega challenge pack, there is the deluxe, and there's the base. And so what that is it's the 1 year of all access. And so I always say that every coach that signs up needs to have that, because one, they need to see the different programs that we have to offer so that they can go in and look at the videos. They can do the different workouts as they see fit, but they can that way kind of familiarize themselves. And when someone starts asking about something, they can go in and they can look at it and go through. And obviously we would be mentoring you and helping you along the way as well. But that's like the absolute best option and way to go. Nobody does DVDs anymore. That's kind of a thing of the past. We still do have them, but this is really the best way to go. So we have the different options where you can try the Performance Line and Shakeology at the best. So when you have a challenge pack, you're getting the absolute best price that you can possibly get. If you were to buy things separately, you would be spending a lot more money. Let's just put it that way. So that's always going to be the best option to go. And so if you want to actually, you know, walk the walk and get started and really try these things out, you know, you can then figure out what you like, what you don't like. So here's the thing. The Mega Challenge Pack is the absolute best value. It has the Shakeology, the portion control containers, so you can know what a lot of our programs are based off of. The Performance Line, so you can test that stuff out. You might not be using it all the way with all of your workouts moving forward, depending on what your goals are and whatnot, but you want to test it out so you can see what it's all about, right? So like, for example, I'll let you know that I use the pre and the post workout for the Performance Line, and sometimes I'll use the overnight recharge. I don't use the creatine, and I don't use the hydrate because I don't feel the need to do it. I'm not doing these intense cardio sessions where I get super sweaty and whatnot. My husband loves the hydrate. He just got done doing a Ragnar race and he was using the hydrate. So we'll order that occasionally, but it's not something that we have regularly in our house. So you can see that depending on what your goals and needs are, there's going to be different things that will be best for you. That being said, it's great to try them out, and so this might be a great option for you to do that. So you can see the different options there for in that graphic, that first graphic. Then the second graphic is with the 80-day obsession, and so this is a program that really is going to take things to the next level for you if you have been working out and doing things. It's mostly an hour-long program, and it has equipment that comes with it as far as bands and slides, and it really targets the core and the glutes like no other before. I can't even tell you how amazing it is from a functional standpoint, because most people, their core and glutes are lying dormant and they don't fire properly when they're just going to the gym and doing random exercises, right? So it's going to get them firing properly, so that the exercises can then actually work when they do the squats or the lunges or whatever else. And two, it's really great as far as teaching people time nutrition and aesthetics and getting them, you know, everybody wants a big booty right now, right? So it also is great for that as well, and kind of taking everything in and talking about lean muscle gain and that kind of stuff. So again, you'd have that conversation with your coach, but that's the option because it's the same kind of things as far as the mega and the combo and the basic challenge pack, but the difference is that you would get the equipment that goes with it too. So again, the challenge pack is going to be the absolute best way, right? But and then the third graphic that I posted was just because we know, you know, not everybody is from the United States, so we have some Canadians and we have some people from the UK as well, and so there are a couple different things as far as flavor wise that are in certain countries. Like we have some flavors are not all of our flavors are yet in the UK, and we have 2 flavors that are not yet in Canada. So you'd want to take a peek at that and you can discuss that. My personal favorite, which this is terrible because it's not in Canada or in the UK, but I love the vegan cafe latte. That's my absolute favorite. But the chocolate is by far the absolute most popular, and vanilla is super versatile. You know, there's other flavors too. It's all a personal kind of preference, but just wanted to get those out to you guys so you guys know the different options. I will tell you this too, of what we have. I'm actually going to post the graphic right now because I have it right in front of me. We have a to be mindset which is this nutrition course. It's amazing, you guys. It's another one of those tools that is gonna revolutionize this industry. I will tell you this. It's only been out for a few weeks, and the results that people are having and the things that they're saying they're blowing my mind. It is nutrition based only. It's about mindset. So it's not based on restriction like so many other diets are and nutrition plans are and whatnot. And it really gives you a freedom. It gives you food freedom, essentially. So you're not going to yo-yo. The people who yo-yo, the people who feel like they're tied down to food, who are kind of obsessive about food and whatnot, who struggle with emotional eating, all those kinds of things, this is going to be huge for them. It's also a great weight loss tool as far as for people who might be injured, when you're immediately postpartum before you can work out, all of those different kinds of things. For the people who despise working out or who have a lot of weight to lose and they don't have the confidence yet to start to do any of the workouts, but they need to start with nutrition. And let's be real, we all know that nutrition is the key to really seeing results, right? And so to have that tool is amazing. And so we also have options, because that is a separate course we have options, and it's on a huge promotion right now because we just debuted it. It's going to be moving up next month to its original price, which is still amazing. But those packages are there for you as well, that you can take a peek at that, and if that's something that you would want to be a part of, and you can include the exercises as well and all of that kind of stuff. So check it out. Let us know what you are thinking. We will be checking in with you over the next couple of days and having the conversations after you have seen all of these videos, and to see if you have any further questions that maybe you just didn't post in here. We are excited to get this next group of mentorship going, and really just to let you guys know, I mean, again, you don't know me from a hole in the wall, like we've just started connecting and whatnot, but this is a phenomenal time to come into this company, you guys. I have been here for 5 years now, and I've seen all different times of where, there's always been different like great products that they've come out with, and that's a huge reason why I'm here. But there's been different launches that have blown up over time, and I will tell you this, they're learning and growing as well. This company is learning and growing and getting better as they go along. It's kind of like a fine wine, like they're aging, and they've been, it's been more than 10 years now that they've been a company, and that they've been doing this whole coaching thing, right? And they're only getting better with age. And so in the last 6 months, we have had two, with 80-Day Obsession and with the 2B Mindset, our two biggest launches, which means the most volume, the most amount of people helped, the most amount of income coming in, the most amount of all of that stuff ever. So in the whole entire time that there has been a network, that there has been coaching, that this company has been doing this, the two largest, and you guys probably have heard of the 21-Day Fix. Before this, the 21-Day Fix was the largest launch that we've ever had. That has changed, and you can't deny this, whether you like Beachbody or not. The 21-Day Fix changed the face of fitness. It changed the face of nutrition with the portion control containers. There's been so many other companies that have tried to duplicate that, and so on and so forth. It's changed the face of fitness. These two launches, 80-Day Obsession and the 2B Mindset, have blown that launch out of the water. So there's a lot of momentum. There are a lot of incredible tools right now that we have to offer, and it's not slowing down. So this is an incredible, incredible time to come on and ride that train as you're getting started. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm really excited to be welcoming some of you to our team and into this new mentorship group. And I hope you have a fantastic night. Thank you again for coming in and spending time with me over these last few days. I really appreciate the time that you have spent, and I hope that it served you well.